jersey, buddy. I got your jersey.
Right on.
You gotta sign my book.
The last book, The Magician's Secret, is about the relationship with a boy and his grandfather, and that's kind of based off of my relationship with my grandfather, and him telling me stories and kind of encouraging me to always believe in myself. And then he instilled that in my dad, and my dad instilled that in me and my brothers, and my mom is obviously a huge support system for us. So just my entire family, and it extends to my uncles. Like, we have a very close-knit family. That was kind of the way that I grew up. You can do anything you want if you believe in yourself, and you have this massive support system to lean on whenever things are tough, because there always will be. There's always ups and downs in a journey. And then when I wrote the books, I kind of wanted to instill those messages, not just for the kids, but for the parents that are reading it and for anybody who really reads it, because I think that they're messages that apply to everybody.
There you go, Pierre. There you go.
How did it feel to get the opportunity to wear the A on the reverse retro jersey and the St. Pat's jersey for you?
It was a huge honor to be recognized in that way. I think that we have a ton of leaders on our team, and whether you're wearing a letter or not, I think that our locker room is really, really strong, and we have so many veterans, and it's an amazing group to be a part of. But to be recognized in that way was obviously really special. I think at the start of training camp, Sheldon brought me to his office and told me that that was what they were thinking of doing, and I said, thank you, this is a huge honor. It was something that I really appreciated, obviously.
Here's Hyman in over the high cut by the defense, and on goal he scores!
Zach Hyman, we obviously know his work ethic, but beyond that, what allows him to win so many puck battles?
He's very strong, but he also is very intelligent with how he goes about it. He establishes body positioning early. You take the combination of someone who's very strong physically, has the work ethic to get to good spaces, and then strategically positions himself to seal off the defender so he gets access to the puck. I think that's the biggest thing, is all those little pieces coming together.
Zach's a huge part of our team. I mean, the way that he works and what he brings, you can't really replace. I think he's pretty unique in that sense. Obviously, he's a dog on the forecheck, and he plays a net front. Whatever line he's on, he tends to bring to a whole new level.
I was talking with some of the guys, when you play, you don't just play for yourself, you play for your entire family, and it's not just you who's invested in it. You have your parents who've taken you to the rink, you have your brothers who watch every game, your uncles, your grandparents, everybody watches and supports you. So when you go out and play, there's so many people that are invested in how you do, and to be able to play for your hometown city is obviously extremely special. It's where I grew up, it's the team that I cheered for, went to the games, idolizing guys who now I meet and talk to all the time. So it's pretty awesome.
And Hyman in with a pass in, and the deflection scores!
Every year you learn more about yourself, and you try to add layers, no different than in hockey. You try to add layers as a hockey player, as a person. You try to grow and learn and be inspired by people around you and learn from people around you. And I've been fortunate to be around a lot of great people in Toronto and learn a lot from the different people that have been here. As a player, I think I've developed a ton since I got here, and I think that's a credit to the development staff here and working with them. And I spend all my summers in Toronto. I'm always here working and working with the staff here. As a person, my life's changed a lot. I got married, I have a baby. It was an amazing time just because we got to experience the pregnancy and got to go through that, and I got to be at home way more with Alana. So the silver lining was just me being able to be around her throughout her first pregnancy, being there for his birth, being there for the first couple weeks of his life, and not having to go anywhere, and just being in the city and being able to just have lots of family time, just kind of the three of us. So just my personal life has obviously changed, and anytime, especially now, you get a chance to wear the Leafs jersey, it just means so much that whenever I'm out there, I try to give it my all and give 100%, and I find if you don't do that, it eats you up more afterwards than the pain or the tiredness of doing it. It was instilled in me when I was young, and something that I'll hopefully instill in Theo and my other kids once they come along. Whatever situation I'm in, I just try to adapt and try to encourage people and try to get to know them and try to figure out how to motivate them too. I got 4 younger brothers and you interact with each of them differently. They're all different. So I think that people in general are just, everybody's different and everybody responds differently. So just the more you can get to know somebody, the more you can kind of figure out what works for them. So when I'm playing with different people, I try to get to know them as best as I can off the ice, because I think it translates, like if you're friends with somebody off the ice and you know them and you can get to know them and their personality, maybe you can develop more chemistry on the ice. Kind of put us all together with the Murrays, with Willie, and then brought us all kind of up with Mitchie and Austin, and just being together and going through the difficulties of starting in a rookie year. We were all rookies together, and the ups and downs that go with an NHL season, and learning how to become a pro and learning how to become an NHL player and learning how to do it every single day. Being able to go through that with your friends and line mates and people who you care about is something that's really important. And for us, growing together every year, kind of learning, adding new pieces and just growing as a team. It's been really important, and it's been fun to watch everybody grow and watch everybody mature as people and as hockey players as well.
They score! The Leafs win it in overtime!
Throughout a season, you go through ups and downs, and as a team, you want to be resilient. No matter what the outcome is, you're continuing to bring your work ethic and you're continuing to bring your positivity, because the nature of hockey is it's a game of balances, and you can be playing great and sometimes the outcome isn't what you want, but if you continue to do it over an extended period of time, most of the time you're going to end with the result that you do want. Being resilient means having a positive attitude and being in control of your situation. I think it comes down to like something my dad kind of told me and my brothers when we were younger is like only worry about the things that you can control, and something that I can control is how hard I work. I can control my work ethic.
But it's time to turn the page. Tonight in Winnipeg, the Maple Leafs kick off a crucial 4-game road trip.
You can't always control the bounces or the outcome of a game, but you can control how hard you're working. And if you do that, then you're going to be happy, I guess, at the end of the day, because you're going to know that you gave it your all.
Back to the blue line for Goshen again. Camarder closing in. Great move in front. It gets by him and they score. Zach Hyman makes it 2-0 Toronto. Kerfoot going in on goal.
On a Good Friday night in Winnipeg, the Leafs and Jets play the second half of their back-to-back series. The Leafs winning 3-1 on Wednesday night, thanks in large part to a great first period that was spurred by the efforts, Ray, of Zach Hyman. 6 shots in that first period.
His terrific season continues. 8 goals in his last 15 games. His tenacity is noted by his teammates. They talk about him all the time. And isn't it amazing that wherever he seems to show up in the lineup, that line seems to get a little bit of juice. Hyman is having a fantastic season, a legit value added to this top line.
Grabbed off by Spencer. Drop past German. A quick shot. Score! German has got them on the board. And for the first time this year, the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to go to a shootout. And on the right side, Hyman a rolling puck. Jams it in!
And the Leafs walk out with back-to-back wins against the Winnipeg Jets and solidify their grip on first place in the North Division.
Well done. Beautiful day here, fellas. Wrap up your honors. You're going to take a flight. Get out of Calgary.
There's obviously tons of potential. Everybody knows what the goal is, and I think that what's exciting is that there's a ton of potential to reach that goal, and I think that as we continue to build, we're going to continue to get closer to that goal. As a group, we just have to continue to bring our positive mindset and continue to do what makes us successful and build towards the playoffs and get better every day, and as a group get closer every day.
Matthews a centering pass. Riley closing. Got the shot away. Scores! Here's a loose bucket, but they score! Alex Galchenyuk gets his first goal as the Leafs. Into the corner, Leafs trying to come out in front, and then they score!
Maple Leafs will have Jack Campbell in goal as they look for the back-to-back sweep in Calgary.
Across the line to Matthews, closing, shooting, score! And a good save again by Jack Campbell. They score! Austin Matthews gets it home. This one is in the books.
The nature of this season has been unorthodox, but I think it's made us closer. And even though we can't hang out with each other outside of the rink as much as we can, we spend a ton of time at the rink and on the road together. So it's a good year as a team to do something special.